Welcome to my day one in New Orleans, a vibrant city with unique cable cars, architecture, music, and more. Without any further ado, let's begin. As soon as I stepped outside, I began my way southeast on the Canal Street, a major street in the central business district that leads to various points of interest. This green car is the St. Charles Street car line, a historic line that has been running for over 150 years. Also in green, Cafe Beignet. We'll get to these later. Then I noticed people walking along the streetcar tracks, and so I had to stop for a selfie. As I waited, a red car was approaching. This would be the Canal Street line car. Pretty much every alley that intersects the Canal Street has something worthwhile to offer. Or maybe a police car like this one you see here. I continued my way to find myself some food. Mother's Restaurant.
Good morning. First time?
First time
Okay.
in the city as well.
Good, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Serving breakfast and lunch.
So this is like a homework for me. I'm still not good at filming in small crowded places. Anyhow, brief look at the menu. Luckily there was more space in the back that wasn't as crowded. And here we go. Seafood gumbo. Did you know that by law, gumbo is an official state cuisine of Louisiana? Certainly good, but a little too fishy for my taste. I mean, it's seafood. Up next, shrimp po' boy. Goodness, why am I editing this at late night? As my approving nod suggests, this was great. Po' boy left, gumbo right. Amazing. Let's continue to explore the city, shall we? Here we have the Riverwalk Outlets, Four Seasons Hotel, which overlooks the outlet, Riverwalk, and, well, the river, of course. It was a neatly organized place that was inviting me for a walk. Let's walk towards the famous French Quarter, shall we? Steamboat Natchez. Another piece of history from the 70s, which runs daily cruises along the Mississippi River. And right across from the river is the St. Louis Cathedral and the giant Christmas tree. Seasonal, of course. It's the most wonderful time of the year. That's the Jackson Square ahead, and the cathedral in the back. Now, I'll come back to the square after thoroughly looking around the French Quarter. New Orleans. Melting pot of French, African, and American culture. Hope the weather stays cool. And here we have Café du Monde Dieu, serving New Orleans since 1862. Whew. As one of the most famous places in New Orleans, it sure was crowded. Here I got beignets, or French donuts, and sitting away from the crowds. Ta-da! Coated in powdered sugar, it was deserving of an approving nod. They seem to agree as well.
와,
the last piece on the bottom will numb your tongue.
Doing a little beignet tour.
Yeah?
So I make beignets in New York City.
Oh, New York City,
Yeah,
okay.
just met earlier with the owner of Cafe Beignet, which is another place to get.
All right, Tony. See you,
Have a
buddy.
good one.
You too, man.
Don't forget about the little ones. And afterwards, I continued to explore the French Quarter. Filled with variety of little shops, it was different atmosphere than the Riverwalk outlet. Definitely different looks, right? And of course, I've never been to France yet, so I don't necessarily know if this is how it looks. Tudum. Joanne of Arc. Now, I was on a quest to refresh my numb tongue, so I made my way to the French market. Right from the start was lemonade. Ooh. Regarded as the oldest trading post of its kind in the United States, you will find hundreds of small vendors in this open-air market space. Foods, drinks, crafts, small or large. But my goal here was, once again, to revive my tongue from the powdered sugar. Towards the back were more items and crafts. And so, I came back to my first instinct. Although a major city, this isn't New York. Cars patiently wait at the intersection, and other cars don't block off others from entering. Nice. Just a block northwest is more residential atmosphere with less traffic. There are many small hotels like this one if you prefer away from major hotels. But even here, you will find these markers indicating hundreds of years of history.
Have a good one.
New Orleans, former capital of a Spanish province. And so, I finally made my way to Jackson Square. Yep, the Jackson from our $20 bill. Quite accurate.
I got it.
New Orleans.
Napoleon House, place that sought to offer refuge to Napoleon Bonaparte. Now a restaurant. Beautiful sight everywhere. Now, as I was walking towards Bourbon Street, I noticed a gang of cool grandmas and grandpas walking in style. And unfortunately, I was too young to join their crew. As you can see and hear, it's much different atmosphere. One article calls it the life of a party town.
여기는
I kept on walking and I was now back on the Canal Street. It was a fun adventure around the city. And later that day, I decided to visit a restaurant that is ranked number 1 out of 1,100 New Orleans restaurants per TripAdvisor. As the name suggests, it is a high-rise hotel restaurant that overlooks the city and the river. I decided to go with the similar menu for comparison's sake. Sausage gumbo. Well, very little of it. Gumbo itself was awesome, but the sausage was a little too salty for my taste. And now the shrimp po' boy. Good, but I daydream about the shrimp po' boy I had earlier rather than this one. And with beautiful sight of the sunset view and the city, I will conclude my video here. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And thank you for watching. Goodbye.